Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin were notably absent from the G20 summit in New Delhi, India. The United States and India capitalized on Xi's absence to promote US-led multilateral lending initiatives aimed at countering China's infrastructure diplomacy. The G20 leaders indirectly criticized Russia over its invasion of Ukraine in the summit's communiqué, although Russia was not explicitly named. A major multinational rail and ports project known as the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor was announced, seen as a response to China's Belt and Road Initiative. The US committed to seeking reforms in multilateral financing institutions, potentially unlocking up to $200 billion in new lending capacity over the next decade, with a $25 billion contribution from Washington. The challenge of competing with China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, was acknowledged, given China's significant investments in the initiative. G20 leaders unveiled various projects aimed at boosting economic growth, including expanding the Lobito Corridor in Africa and initiatives covering different sectors and regions. Despite divisions among member nations, the G20 did not explicitly condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine, as India sought to maintain its relations with Russia during its G20 presidency. Limited progress was made on reducing fossil fuel usage, despite the urgency highlighted by a UN report on climate change. India used its G20 presidency to strengthen diplomatic ties with developing countries and position itself as a representative of the Global South, with the African Union formally added to the G20. The ongoing G20 summit was seen as an opportunity for India to assert its global influence, despite the absence of Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin.